Okay.
Oh, you want me to talk?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, now what was I going to say?
But the campus was so simple when we were here.
Oh, the
It
campus was simple.
Just a couple buildings.
Oh, I was going to tell you the story about how I always sit in the front of the classroom. We came the first day, and I was so scared that Pat was working at the hospital, and I was in class, and I sat at the back of the auditorium. Remember where Shornock used to have it was that classroom, and it was a tilted classroom, and I'm sitting in the back. Well, Alan Winters is sitting next to me on my right side, and I'm looking at what Alan Winters is doing. He's talking to the guy beside him. That's one thing that he's doing. The next thing he's doing is drawing pictures of Nazis and airplanes and World War II, because Alan Winters is Jewish. And then he's also talking to the guy in front of him, carrying on a conversation, two conversations and that. And I said, I've got to get out of here, because if I stay here, I'll flunk out. So I moved down to the front seat, and I never left.
Is that right?
And when I go to churches now, I always sit in the front too, because at the back people are distracted, and I can't be distracted, and I sit and take notes, otherwise my mind wanders. So it's very interesting.
That's good.
It's very interesting.
And you said Tom Almer, is he around here, or did he?
He went back to Pennsylvania, and from what I can remember, I think his wife died 8 or 9 years ago, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read it in the DO Journal or something like that. And then I was hoping he'd show, but I'm just continually what I call distracted. In other words, I've got, Pat to take care of, and then everything to take care of, running 2 households and just a whole bunch of stuff, And so I was glad that we had a good turnout, and you're one of the guys I was hoping would show, and because I've seen your son's picture, Jeff's.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I say, my gosh, you've got one that became a DO, and of course Stuart should have been a DO, and trashed his life for 15 years, and then Malcolm listened to everything I said, and he wanted to become an osteopath, but I said, we can't do research. This is 1985, 90. And, they're talking about research, but you need a building, 1,000 square feet that does nothing for 20 years. Nothing, except spend money. Then on the 21st year, they discover what they've been working for. Then it's all worthwhile.
I've got to get out.
Okay, yep, okay. Well,
So you have one son that's an MD,
yeah, and one's a chiropractor.
and one's a chiropractor.
Yeah, and they're both doing well, and Annie, product of a divorce. The fellow that she married was in love with me, myself, and I, and that's a constant. That story comes out numerous times, that they're not willing to give of themselves to anybody but themselves.
His wife?
And when that happens, you get a divorce, because they find somebody else that they can manipulate. Okay, so she's got 2 children, one's in college now, and I know what the tuition is. It's $50,000 a year.
Where?
Right here.
50,000.
Yeah, but take a guess what it is at Stetson University, which is 35 miles northeast of Orlando, Florida. Stetson, a liberal arts college of about 3,000 people. 55,000 per year.
For medical school?
No, this is an undergraduate.
Undergraduate. Wow.
And so she's got a $45,000 scholarship because she's very smart. And I said, you make sure that you study, because if you don't, you're going to end up hugely in debt. One of my friends, his son went to Cornell for 4 years. How much money did he pay? Take a guess.
300,000?
Close, $260,000 in cash. He's debt-free. And now he's also the product of a divorce, the father is. And so he's paid all that money, so it's really remarkable. Okay. I think we're gonna finish this up and then we're gonna get her back to bed and we'll see you tonight.
Come
all right?
back for the barbecue.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be back for that. I think, we've just gotta, she's looking to,
Yeah.
you ready to go?